and happy Tuesday to you. I'm trying to be cheerful because my husband and I have gotten caught in this weird cyclone of watching super sad movies. We are not doing it on purpose. You know when you just sit down and you start watching a movie and you're enough into it to keep watching, but maybe you don't know that it gets sad? It keeps happening. Yesterday, I tried to warn him because I had read the book in middle school and I am still traumatized, Bridge to Terabithia. I will not spoil it for you, but Dan did not know the plot or the premise of that movie. It rocked his world yesterday. Then I did it today. I'd just gotten home from Walmart, was getting all the stuff together that I needed to throw a Boston butt into the crock pot. And I started watching The Art of Racing in the Rain. Now, I read the book. I knew how the story went. And when I tell you that by the end of it, I was full-blown, blubbering, ugly, like, crying like the absolute worst. I had to take 10 minutes and collect myself before I started this because I was crying my eyes out. I need to watch something happy. I need to put on something funny while I do my chores because that movie just shook me. Yesterday, Memorial Day, was super, super rainy, so we didn't get to do any kind of barbecue vibes, and we were sad about it. So I bought a Boston butt. I'm gonna put it in the crock pot, and I'm also gonna whip up a nice big batch of my coleslaw and leave that in the fridge all day. The butt is gonna cook all day, and it's gonna give us an absolutely beautiful shredded pork with a bunch of sugar-free barbecue sauce and all kinds of yummy stuff. Ice cold, delicious coleslaw. Doesn't that sound incredible? You won't miss any of the full carb sides because the coleslaw is so good you could eat it off of a flip-flop. I swear. If you've been with me a while, you've probably made it. If you have my cookbook, Fat Kid Keto, it's one of my most popular recipes, the coleslaw, so I'm not gonna get into all the labor-intensive side of it, but I'll whip it up and show you. I hope you guys are having a really beautiful day. I hope that you are watching or listening to very happy things and not spending your morning blubbering. Like full on Kim Kardashian, only like so ugly. I'm like the ugliest crier in the world. I'm not proud. Let's put a butt into a crock pot, shall we? Wait. Before I do that, tell me in the comments down below, what is a movie that has made you just absolutely emotionally lose your mind? Tell me in the comments. Just off the top of my head, there's a Michael Keaton movie called My Life that will make me cry like an absolute overgrown baby, and Steel Magnolias also makes me cry no matter how many times I've seen it. There's a zillion movies that make me cry. I don't know why we do this to ourselves. I'm also one of those weirdos that will just cry if something's too happy. I'm unbalanced emotionally, truly. I am. Let's make a butt. Here are the suspects, if you will. I've got an enormous butt here that I found from Publix. It was on sale, not quite as on sale as I would like. They're definitely cheaper at Aldi, but Publix was really close to home. It has a nice big bone in it, and I find that that helps to keep it as moist as humanly possible. So there's my butt. Then I'm gonna add some seasonings. I measure nothing because I'm a savage. Onion powder, chili powder, paprika. How about we actually show it? Onion powder, chili powder, paprika, garlic powder. I'm also gonna add a little handful of some brown sugar swerve, and then unfortunately I am out of Alterna Sweets barbecue sauce, so I'm also gonna do a splash of this G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce. Any sugar-free barbecue sauce will work. Alterna Sweets is my personal favorite, but I need to order some. And then good old salt and pepper. I have my crock pot on low because I want this to go all day. Now, here is the scoop. When you buy a Boston butt, you hope that one side of it has some kind of fat cap left on it. This helps to make it really, really tender, but you want to make sure to season both sides. I like to roast mine with the fat cap up, whatever's left of it. So I'm going to start on this side and I'm going to apply the seasonings, and then I will flip it over and do the same thing to the other side and throw the lid on and forget about it. I would like to stop touching this pork. Help me. This is not an area where I get crazy precise with measurements because there is so much meat here. It's really hard to overdo it. So I'm going to apply a light sprinkle of onion powder, sprinkle of chili powder, paprika, you get the idea, garlic powder. You can mix this up however you want. My Swerve brown sugar sweetener. I've also used monk fruit for this before, the golden Lakanto monk fruit, and that was good too. It's not a ton. It ends up being probably right around a 1/4 cup per side. So I'm gonna mash that on like so. Then we will add just a little turd of barbecue sauce. Did you guys know that turd was a very precise measurement scale? Just a little bit. Then we're gonna flip this puppy over and do the exact same thing to the other side. Mush it all in there. Ugh. Give it a smack for luck. Onion powder, paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, a little bit of brown sugar substitute of your choice. Last but not least, a turd of sugar-free barbecue sauce. I really am a professional, I swear. Like a whole ass chef. Now I am going to throw the lid on, and this baby is going to simmer away on low for probably around 8 hours. I can't wait to spatulate it and shove it in my mouth. Y'all, I could not make this up if I wanted to. So I just put that beautiful, beautiful Boston butt into the crock pot. You were there. It's beautiful. Our mouths are watering. How about my best friend Jenny just called me and said, you should come over. Okay, I should come over. Why am I coming over? She got a mini pig. I am going to meet a mini pig. I'm probably gonna cry. No one tell it that I have its long lost cousin in my crock pot right now. Let's go see a piggy. I'm so excited. Of course I get here and it starts pouring rain, but we're going in. We're gonna brave the torrential downpour to see a pig. This is Pua, my new niece. Do you guys want to be in the vlog? Say hi to my subscribers. Hello. These are my nephews. This is Jackson, Adrian, and their new sister, Pua.
We have 2 sisters now.
I didn't think I was gonna like it this much. Oh, it's so sweet.
Sometimes it like licks a few times and then there's like a smile face. Like,
it's smaller than I thought it was gonna be, like from the
baby.
photos.
It's only 7 weeks old.
Oh my goodness.
She's a baby.
Probably 8 weeks old.
I like
now.
this impulsive decision. I usually yell at you for stuff like this, but I like it. Oh my goodness.
Pua.
Jackson, stop whining.
Hey,
I'm making
Pua.
an extra chore.
Hey, Pua. It's okay. Hi.
Oh my goodness.
She loves apples and grapes.
Apples and grapes, huh? I was not earthly prepared for how freaking cute that little pig was gonna be. I know it won't stay little forever. I think they get around 60 pounds or something like that, but oh my God, there's nothing like a baby pig. Pretty sure it's the first time I've ever actually been in the presence of a baby pig. I loved it. It was super sweet. Speaking of sweet, let's make some coleslaw. Okay, I have 2 favorite coleslaws under the sun. One of them comes from KFC, and not just any KFC, but like a fresh, brand new batch of KFC coleslaw. And then I also love the one from Publix. Both of those have a little hint of sweetness. If you do not like sweetness in your coleslaw, this is your PSA. You can omit it and you don't have to add it. But I like my coleslaw with a little bit of sweetness. They should put that on my tombstone. It's easy, let's do it. There is a reason my coleslaw is famous, and that is because it is the best that you will ever make at home in your whole life. Quote me. Here's why. Use 2 different kinds of vinegars. I know that sounds so basic, and you are thinking, Amanda, can't I just omit one of the vinegars? The answer is no. That is what gives it its pizzazz. So the dressing for the coleslaw has both white vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Just trust me, okay? I'm gonna show the recipe so you guys can grab the screenshot of it, or you could support your neighborhood friendly Ketoginja and go buy the Fat Kid Keto e-cookbook because it is in there. Here it is. Let's make coleslaw. This is a Star Wars whisk. For all my screenshot folks, there you go. You will need your finest Dollar Tree punch bowl. I love to use an oversized bowl for things like coleslaw because the more you can mix it together and make sure that everything is incorporated, the better it's going to sit in the fridge. So first, about a cup of mayonnaise. I do not do this super precise because I am a heathen, but you have the recipe, so it's cool, right? Next, 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. Oh, or more, you know, get crazy. A tablespoon of white vinegar. I eyeball this when I'm not trying to be a chef for you guys. Next, if you are like me and you want your coleslaw to have a little bit of sweetness, I don't think this is a Florida thing. I think it's just that you either like sweet coleslaw or you don't. But around a tablespoon of sweetener. I'm using a blend today. It's a monk fruit, stevia, and allulose blend from High Key. We really like this. It works great in just about everything we've tried it in. Next, salt and pepper to your own taste buds. It's around 3/4 of a teaspoon. Then we're gonna whisk this all together with our incredibly professional Star Wars whisk, also from the Dollar Tree. When it's all whisked and nice and thin, give it a taste and see if you need to add anything, whether you need more salt and pepper or more sweetener. Hopefully you don't need less of anything because that would suck. I have a 1-pound bag of coleslaw mix that I bought right from my local Publix grocery store. If you are someone who is really nitpicky about every little fragment of carb, you can happily pick out all of these carrots, or you can just YOLO and eat them, which is what we're gonna do. The amount of carbs in this teeny tiny amount of carrots is absolutely nothing to get all fussed up about. That's what, like, one of my pro tips is try not to really, like, work yourself into a tizzy about a tiny piece of this, that, or the other thing, you know? It's still healthy, it has nutrients, just eat the little bit of carrot. There she is, all done and in her glory. It's really easy to double and triple this batch if you're trying to make it for a barbecue. It really gets better the longer it sits in the fridge. So in a perfect world, I make this the day before I want to eat it or serve it. Today I'm doing same day, but it's gonna have a good several hours to sit in the fridge. Coleslaw is done. No surprise here. It's going into our finest Christmas Tupperware. Dan's home on lunch. I'm showing them what we're eating for dinner.
I like it.
Yeah, coleslaw.
Hello.
So yes, please let this sit and love on itself in the refrigerator for as long as humanly possible. Minimum of 1 hour, but overnight is best. It tastes better and better and better as the days go by. I'll see you guys for dinner time.
Dinner!
We're having a pork butt.
Nice.
He hates when I do them in the crock pot because he gets butt hurt that he's not. I hate me. He gets butt.
Is that mom jokes?
It is probably. No, that's probably still a dad joke. Like, honestly,
it's probably a dad joke.
he gets butt hurt that he doesn't get to smoke it. Like, when we have a nice big piece of meat, his, like, inner lumberjack caveman weirdo comes out and I gotta kill it with fire, and he wants to smoke it for however long you smoke a giant butt. But I'm team impatient.
13 hours, just so we're...
That means, just for those of you that do not have spouses that smoke meat, let me explain to you what that means. That means that he is going in and out of the house 900,000 times a day to either chop wood, add wood, mist wood, look at the wood. It is a process. So sometimes I just want pulled pork without all of the theatrics.
But it's so good. It's so good.
And you get the bonus of butt jokes.
Butt jokes.
All day long. You get them all day long if you do that. Okay, I'll put that in the pros list.
Yeah.
Pros list.
Because then I come on and be like, want to touch my butt?
Cons, you basically smell like a lumberjack on fire all day long, and you can only be responsible for the butt on the smoker. So it's a little inconvenient. This is really first world problems about butts.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'll see you when it's time to spatulate the butt.
Oh, now we're talking.
Watch your ass.
Spatulator. Spatulate.
Okay, so I broke all this off the bone. I'm gonna go ahead and carefully take the bone out and let this sit on low for about an hour. Then I'll strain it a little bit and barbecue sauce it, and we will be ready to eat. All right, y'all, here is my plate. Now, if I had some shredded cheese in the fridge, I would also probably put some shredded cheese on this. It looks like a small amount, but this is actually an enormous dinner plate. So I'm gonna start here. I may have a little more pork, but probably not. Nice big cup of coleslaw, a little bit of sugar-free barbecue sauce, and that's a quick and easy crock pot dinner. This is a way to get your barbecue vibes in the house without a ton of work and a ton of effort. I hope that you make it. If you've made it before, let me know. What's your favorite part? Do you like the coleslaw? Are you a crock pot pork butt person? Are you okay?
No.
Our kids are giving Dan a run for his money right now. It's bath time, and Levi threw a towel into the tub, I think. Kids are the best. Dan was getting, he was getting frustrated, and he was kind of loudly telling Lincoln that he needed to get his buns in the bath. And Lincoln comes running by and he's like, frustration. So I guess he's telling us how he feels. That is a milestone in progress. Was he telling you you were frustrated, or he was frustrated that he had to get in the bath?
He just yelled frustration.
He's just having a rough time. I'm going to give Dan a quick bite of my plate here, which is a little bit of coleslaw with a scalding hot piece of pork. I just can't wait a moment longer. Crock pot. But not bad for crock pot. He put in new overhead lighting, which I love in the living room, but I'm trying to figure out how to work with it without looking like I have a halo.
But you do have a halo.
Do you like the pork?
Yeah, it's good.
Not bad for crock pot.
It's not bad.
He'd rather have smoked meat. It is what it is.
Good.
Throw some cheese on it. Throw some grilled onions on it. Really, you can really play with it. I still suggest a bone-in butt because I feel like they're more tender.
Throw cheese on pork.
You don't think like a smothered pile of barbecue-y pork sounds good? With like grilled onions and cheese? I get into that. For sure. Could you get into that? Even
Yeah.
with breakfast?
Let us know.
I could make sound off down below. Listen, I could make a pile like that, like a breakfast hash, throw an egg on it. I think that would be good. I don't know. I'll have to wait
Y'all
and see.
help me.
Oh yeah, you don't want to eat that? I'll make it for me.
I want to eat that,
Okay.
but that's. I mean, I want the food.
We're gonna go bathe our filthy children, and we are gonna have an awesome evening. We'll see you guys really soon. Have the best day ever.
Yeah. Drink your water.
That was too extreme. You should have some water if you want.